What is good? What is going on? And what's cracking, Eagles fans? This is your boy, Philly Foothills, coming to you from my new set out here in my eagled out man cave. And today we're going to talk about the offensive line, because that's where it all starts when it comes to me. In my opinion, it all starts with protection up front, getting a good run game going, and it all starts in the trenches, both sides of the ball. So next show I'm going to be doing defensive line. But anyways, there's definitely some cuts today, but I'm not going to get into that today because I still have to process that and how I feel about all that. But we'll get into that at a later date when we get into those positions for where those cuts were made. But here, Eagles fans, when we start a week from this Sunday, all eyes are going to be on Prince Tega Winogo. He is looking like he's going to be the starting left tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles, because looks like they're not willing to give in to Jason Peters and pay him any more money, because he is asking for more money to move from right guard to left tackle, which I can understand, and it can be easily done without really completely giving into him, because they signed him to a $3 million contract to play right guard this year for the Philadelphia Eagles. And if I'm not mistaken, they also, in that contract, they gave him $3 million of incentives. So all they really have to do to get him around the average for a starting left tackle for a year is flip $1 million of that incentive money into guaranteed money for the year. And instead of him making $3 million this year, he'd be making $4 million. So, but they're not willing to do that at this point, and it looks like Prince Tega Winogo is going to be our starting left tackle, and boy, he better be ready, because he's got to protect that guy. That guy is the most important person on this football team. He's going to be if he's on the field this year, I guarantee you we're going to be successful. If he at some point is not on the field this year, I don't know. I haven't seen Jalen Hurts in the NFL, and the coaching staff and all them can try to pretend like they don't know what their plans are as far as the number 2 quarterback, but we all know that they didn't draft Jalen Hurts number 2 to be in the second round, beginning of the second round, to be the third string quarterback. So, but we'll see. But Prince better bring his game, man. I can tell you that. And as far as, man, we need to bring in, possibly think about getting some veterans in and looking at them as far as offensive line depth, because when it comes to tackle depth behind him at left tackle, I mean, if let's say Prince goes down, are they gonna go to Jordan Mailata? Because he's probably the first backup tackle that we have off the bench. And he's had a horrible camp. He's been getting worked. Absolutely worked. He's been frustrated, and he's had a bad camp. So, so the tackle depth is very concerning to me, and definitely going to be something that we're going to have to look into here in the near future, as far as possibly signing a free agent, or maybe making a trade. I don't know if we could work something out. But, we were, I seen a lot of things on Twitter and people commenting about Riley Reef from the Vikings, and it looks like he resigned, so that's not going to happen. But like I said, Prince better bring his game, man, because he's got to protect that guy up there. And that's his blind side. So, I can't believe they didn't even explore moving Lane over to the left side, because that's what they initially drafted Lane Johnson for, was to play left tackle eventually for the Philadelphia Eagles. But they've had Jason Peters for many years now, so that position's kind of been taken. But Isaac Samalu is looking like our starting left guard, excuse me, and it looks like Matt Pryor will be backing him up. So I'm comfortable with that. I think Samalu is ready to step his game up and have a good year. I definitely think he's underrated at some point, but and of course we have the monster in the middle, Jason Kelsey, and he's looking like he's ready to have a good year. He's had a good camp so far from what I've seen. He's looking healthy. He's looking ready. And they got a guy by the name of Nate Herbig, I think his name is, backing Kelsey up. So we're looking like we're okay as far as depth at the center position. And then we got Jason Peters, obviously, at the right guard starting. And we have, looks like Jack Driscoll, probably backing him up at right guard. And then, of course, we got Big Lane out at the right tackle. Lane's obviously been battling COVID, hasn't had much of a camp, but I think Lane will be ready to go come week 1. I'm not too worried about him. He knows how to get the job done. He's shown that he can perform against the best. He's one of the best right tackles out there in the game, and probably one of the best tackles, period, in the game right now. So I'm sure there's a lot of teams that would love for Lane Johnson to be on their team. And I love that he's on our team, Philadelphia Eagle fans. I love that we have a great, great piece that we drafted so many years ago, and he's worked out. And and as like I said earlier, basically the only tackle besides, I mean, they tried Pryor out a little bit at tackle, but I don't think he worked out very well. So it looks like they're throwing him back at guard. But like I said, Jordan Mailata is basically our only backup tackle right now, besides Jason Peters. If somebody were to go down at tackle and we had to shuffle some things around, possibly Jason Peters could move back to left tackle. And if he's willing to do that in game and not get a pay raise, that is. But we could always throw Matt Pryor in at guard if we needed to, and throw Jason Peters back outside to protect the blind side of Carson. So that's my thoughts about the offensive line. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. Like and subscribe below, and leave your comments and let me know how I can learn and grow. So thanks for watching my show. And anyways, all right, Eagle fans, take care, be safe, and one love.